Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. So, today's topic is going to be about letting go of our symptoms. So, get to that in a minute. Busy day doing the group coaching. So, I'm going to take a couple of nice relaxing breaths. Literally just hung up from the second call. Had over 5 hours of group coaching sessions today. Great conversations, great bunch of people. People are making progress, getting better, losing their fear. So many things are going right for so many of these people. Brand new folks showing up and feeling like, I don't know if I'm in the right place. And before you know it, by the end of the call, they go, holy cow, I felt so supported. Really realized that I'm in the right place, not just from a TMS perspective, but from, the group that I have created and the wonderful people that are part of that group and that community. So, cool day. So I'm going to breathe, kind of catch my breath, enjoy that community. It's cool stuff. All right. So, today's topic is about letting go, right? And I think that's really what ends up happening. For the people who have gotten better, they generally realize that they didn't push the symptoms away. They weren't fighting. They weren't resisting the symptoms, and they didn't hate them so much that they went away. And nobody's really freaked out and panicked enough so that the symptoms just disappeared, right? I think what we do, the recovery process, is all about letting go of the desire and the compelling feeling that I need to control this. And we accept that, well, this is where I'm at today. I'm going to stop fighting. I'm going to stop fighting these symptoms. And you've heard me say it over and over and over again. Less fixing, more living, right? And that works reliably well. There's nothing to fix, so why are you spending, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or hours a day trying to fix yourself with podcasts, videos, reading, meditation, breath work, you name it, right? Sorry, I got a tickle in my eye. So I think the concept of letting go is really important. But you're not going to be able to let go of something that takes up such a strong portion of your awareness and your being, right? So that's why dialing down the fear with accurate knowledge is so important. And once you actually say, you know what, I finally come to the realization that TMS really does mean, perceived danger pain really does mean, I'm not broken. Holy crap, I'm okay. I don't have a mental problem, an emotional problem, or a physical problem. So why am I clinging to this so tightly? Why am I so compelled to push this away and fight with it and control it? Because inevitably that amount of intensity, that energy that we bring to everything, even if we're resuming activity, if we're bringing to that activity this intensity to prove to myself I can control this and get rid of it, that energy just keeps the symptoms active. So what if it was, and I go back to indifference, and I know indifference is challenging, and for some people it even seems impossible, but I keep coming back to that. What if you could just take this is where I'm at, and when it goes, it goes. I don't really care. I'm going to give it less fear, less attention. I know I'm well. I'm really not going to sweat it. And I'm going to really encourage you not to overanalyze or overthink this process. We don't have to become hypervigilant about fixing ourselves with a TMS approach. And I know it sounds like I'm dismissing, the journey that you're going through. But the less we care, the less power these symptoms or sensations have over us. And so I really like the concept of letting go. I'm going to care so little about these symptoms or sensations that I'm going to just let them go, right? This is neural pathways that have become learned, right? They're connected and they're learned. And we don't remove those neural pathways by thinking about fixing, focusing on, and fearing the sensations that come along with those connections being made or staying made. How do we forget anything, right? I forgot Spanish not by thinking about it and fearing that I'll never forget it. I forgot how to speak Spanish by not speaking it. Literally. It was no longer important. And once I shifted my attention away from that towards my college courses and playing music, what did my brain do? What did it do with Spanish? It let it go. And so these symptoms or sensations can be let go with the same amount of ease that I forgot Spanish in my freshman year of college. Heck, I probably forgot much of it by the end of summer between high school and college because I gave it that little attention. It was not significant because I didn't need to remember that for my college courses. Now, in my early 50s, I took a trip to Ecuador. It would have been really useful to know how to speak Spanish, but, there was no real need for me to speak it for those 38 years. So I like the term letting go. Don't push it away. Don't fight it. Accept that it is where it is and that it will go when it's ready to go. It will go when the brain no longer perceives it as a problem. It will go when the brain no longer senses you trying to control it and manage it and fix it and fear it. Let it go. Put it down. Right? And I know this sounds like too simplistic. I know it sounds, oh, Dan, that sounds too easy. That's not realistic. We just can't let it go. It hurts so bad. But again, I keep on coming full circle back to the accurate knowledge. What is going on? Perceived danger pain, TMS, mind-body syndrome, by definition means you're not broken. So why are we spending so much darn time trying to fix something that's not broken? I've used this analogy before. How much time would you spend in the garage working on a car that's running perfectly? 0. I believe TMS means your body's running perfectly. It's just that the computer system in the car is a little bit fouled up and it's not sending things right. So the car is sputtering and stalling and lurching and not doing what it should, but the car is perfect. If you give better data to the computer system, which is, hey, we're okay, the system's going to run better. The car's going to run better. There's nothing to fix, folks. Let go of the need to control. Let go of the need to fix. Let go of the need to push this away and resist it and get angry at it if you're frustrated at your pain and that strategy has not been working for you yet. Try an opposite strategy. What would happen if I said, right, come on. I'm sitting on the couch and I'm hurting. So what? Hey, come on over. Let's sit together. Put your arm around it and say, all right, you're here. Let's hang out. No big deal. After a while, the brain's going to get bored if you're not concerned in showing it much fear or attention. Remember, fear plus attention is what makes it chronic, what keeps those neural connections wired and fired. So guess what happens? When you don't give it the fear or the attention, the brain eventually lets it go. So think about that a little bit. What do you need to do to get a more accepting position with regard to your sensations? I know they're not fun. I'm not saying love them. I'm not saying make them your best friend. But when you know that you're not broken and that there's nothing damaging or harmful going on, you can look at them and say, well, they're just sensations. They're not fun, but they're just sensations. And when you recognize that these sensations don't mean anything about me, and particularly they don't mean that I'm damaged or broken, then the fear level drops. And when the fear level drops, you can shift your attention back to doing normal things. So let's make a decision today to just accept where you are. Resistance doesn't help. What's that phrase? Whatever we resist persists. Don't fight it. Accept it. This is where you are right now. So what? Big deal. You're not broken. The less significance we place on it, the less we try to exert control over it, and the more we can take kind of a all right, whatever, I don't need this, but if you're coming along for the ride, don't care, excuse me, the faster the brain will allow it to let go. So that's what I got for you today. Hope everybody's doing great. If you're not a subscriber to YouTube, hit that red subscribe button. If you're not following me on Instagram, go to the @ Dan Buglio. Follow me there. I'm not posting there quite as much. I'm doing the daily videos on Facebook and YouTube. If you'd like some help, go to painfreeyou.com/start. And if you don't remember that URL, just go to painfreeyou.com and click on the Get Help menu. And there's a Getting Started menu, which really maps out learning what's going on, this perceived danger pain, TMS, how to determine if that's what's going on for you specifically. And then I map out a number of free resources that you can use to get going, as well as a couple of paid resources. If you're trying to book a one-on-one coaching call, I'm taking June off, and May is already booked. July is already mostly booked. So I'm into August. So if you want some help, I'm going to really encourage you. If you'd like to wait a couple of months to talk to me, wonderful. But the same and even more help is available in the group coaching call that includes a video course. We meet weekly. You can get hours worth of support, direct contact with me. I do spend time with everybody. That's why these calls last a few hours. If you can't make the calls are recorded. If you're a little bit shy, you can just listen. If you don't want to be on video, you don't have to have the video on. You can just listen. And even some people who speak don't turn their video on because they're just a little bit more of private people. That's okay. Nobody's going to make you talk. So I hope you'll feel open to the idea of getting some additional help. If not, go to painfreeyou.com/start and you'll see the free resources there. I'm here to help you out as much as I can, whether you pay me or not. So, love you guys and gals. I hope you found this letting go video helpful. That's really when things happen, is when we stop trying to force it and just let it go. So, love you guys and gals, and I'll see you tomorrow. Promise.